everybody, I'm back, and today I'm going to work on, I was going to work on it yesterday, but I ended up too busy and I didn't. It was just too hot. So this, I've showed you before, the double flower bracelet. Very, very pretty, a lot of work in this. But today, I'm just going to do this with 3 colors. I'm just going to do the base flower, the whole double flower, yellow, leaves green, and in between I used white the last time, clear. I'm going to use darker green and black center. So kind of like a Black Eye Susan bracelet. How about that? Okay, this is a 2-needle project. So, like I was telling you when I showed you that bracelet, you get to stab yourself twice as much. Yay. Okay. We'll do a few, and we'll do like we always do, meet at the end, then turn around. Well, I'll add the top flower on, actually, this time. Alright, I am out of toggles, which I like to use, so stuck with lobster clasp, but it'll work. So just pick one up and just let it fall down to the middle. And I did about 6 feet of thread, 2 arm lengths or so. Alright, so let that drop down to the center. Alright. And you separate needles. Okay. 1 needle on each side. We're going to pick up my center this time. I'm not using the clear like I did the last one. I'm going to use the darker green. So you pick up 2 on each needle. And guess what? Yeah. Goggles. This can get me, what do you call it? Ambidextrous. Yeah. Okay, and let those fall down even beside your lobster clasp. Now I've only done this bracelet once, so if I have to pause to look at it again, we're just going to follow this. So I'm going to do it anyway. Alright. Now, we're going to work on a crystal. To me, I'm calling it, it's the leaves in between, the green in between. I'm going to use the same color on that. That I'm not going to change. I'm just going to have the darker green in between. We'll see how that looks. Alright, so you want to pick up, the first crystal is going on both needles. If you can't do them both at the same time, do them one at a time. I think I tried this already and I couldn't. Alright, it doesn't matter. Just go through one. Just make sure you put the other one through it too. I got the goggles on, I still can't see. I need better goggles. I know, I keep saying that. Alright, so now it went through both strings. Now we're good. Alright. Okay, then let that come down. I hope I don't have a tangle here. I think I do. Let me fix this. And you're really going to watch for that on this, because you're using 2 needles and you get a tangle going on, and you know you're pulling out double, so you know, not fun. All right, let's see. See what I mean? You got to figure out which needle is. Okay, that one's good. So it's this one. There we go. Yep. Alright, and just make sure you're even. Keep it even. Once we get going, you won't have to worry about that. Once the first one, we're going to do some crisscrossing in this one, with each needle going through one bead. Pulling. So once we start doing that, it's going to hold everything together nice. So, but for now, just make sure you keep it even until we start that. Alright. So now, we're here. We've got our lobster clasp on, 2 seed beads each on their own string, and then sharing both strings with the first crystal. Now, we're going to separate our needles again. I'm going to just lay them down. Separate the thread. There you go. I separate it and hold it, and then just separate the needles so you don't get no tangles going on. Just trust me, you will not be happy. And I hate if anything gets in my nails. I'm so sorry. It drives me nuts. As I seen in the last video, I was like, ew, gross. But you can't help it. You think you're just with, you know, nice shiny crystals and beads, and apparently I got fuzzballs in my, I'm using a pillowcase, and I actually like it, to be honest, until I get a beading pad, or whatever you use it. Alright, I guess that's good. Alright, so we separated our needles. This is where we're at. Lobster clasp, 2 11 O's on each side. Yes, and I should have told you that. 11 O's for both my center of the flower and in between, and then the base and the leaves, both 4mm bicone crystals. Alright, so now we're going to add another bicone to finish off our leaves. 1 on each needle this time. Alright, 1 on each needle. Like I said, this time I'm just following my bracelet. I don't need to watch the video again. Just look at it. That's all you got to do. Just look at it. Alright. And then after that, as you can see, if you can see, 1 on each string, like we have, and then it's going to be an 11 O, and I'm not using clear this time, I'm using dark green. So also pick up 1 11 O and put on each needle that you got your 4mm on. And like I said, I'm using green this time, so whatever color you decided to use. Alright, and let these both drop down. Like I said, keep it even. Oh, it's getting tangled on my pillowcase. Need a beading pad. When I start doing good, maybe I'll get one. And I'm just going to make sure that this is even. Alright. Okay. So now we are. See? Get my nubs out the way, get this even here. What am I doing? No, I don't want that. I want you to see this and this. There we go. Oh my goodness, because I'm looking for that ghost over there. Alright, so we've got our clasp, we've got our 2 on each side, and we've got our 3 bicones with the 1. Now we're going to start our bud, our bottom flower. Each of these are using 6 4mm. The top ones are only using 4. But the top will be when we get to the end, turn around and come back. So for right now, we're doing the big flower, the big bud. Okay, so let's start that. The first thing we are going to pick up is the first color of our bud. This one I use several colors. Oops, get it to stop wiggling there. I use several colors. Like I said, this time I'm using all the same because that's all I have left. I'm like out of everything. I have used everything almost that I have. So next it's going to be playing with some beautiful check glass my mom sent me, and I have some elastic. I think I'm going to do an elastic bangle. That will be pretty. So next we'll be farting around with that. But for now, let's do this. Okay, so alright, we got that down there. It's good. What we are going to do is we're going to separate our needles again. Like I said, I just lay them down. Just don't even worry about it. They're not going to come unthreaded, trust me. Unless, you know, you're really ripping your thread apart here. Alright. This way you can keep it even. You're not pulling the beads. Alright, separated. Okay. So now, we are, let's take a look at it. the first one, which I'm using all yellow, like a yellowish, amberish. It'll work. Okay, so this is where, and doesn't matter, you're going through both pulling, so if you put it on your right needle, I'm right-handed, I seem to pick up the right all the time, whichever, then you're going to put your left needle through it also. Okay, goggle time, sorry. Okay, here we go. Alright, so then go through the other direction. Now, I'll do it so you can see. It's on both needles. I just grab my tops and just pull. Just pull it. Get it on there. Now you can hold your needles even, like I'll do, and then just pull it down. And go through both if you want, but this will just keep it nice and even. Okay, so now what that did is it tightens it up. Our first one is on there, and now our needles are going the opposite way. So when you separate them this time, lay them down, get them out of your way. To me, that's the easiest way. The first time I was trying to hold on to them, and oh my God, what in the world? This is so much easier. Okay, so they're separated. Now, there's 6 in all, so now we're picking up 4 this time. 2 on each needle. Same thing. Like I said, I'm using the same color. The other one, I mixed and matched some. Can't really tell on here. The lighting is so bad that you're really not going to be able to see where I did that. Nah, not really. But it doesn't matter because I'm doing all the same color. So 2. On each needle. Okay? And just let them fall. So keep your needles like you got them. Right now. And then we're going to crisscross them again. So now, we had the one that we first added, which was on a, can you see? On a crisscross, and then we added 2 more on each needle. Now we're going to add the last one, will be the 6th one, and now this time we're doing a crisscross again. It's going to close it up, make our first bud. That's it. That's all we're doing, the whole length. Not really that bad. The only thing is you really got to pay attention to crisscrossing your needle here. I'll show you again. See? Got one needle going this way, one needle going this way. And then I just grab the ends and I just pull it through. Make sure it comes off both needles. And then just hold your needles together and then just work it down. And do it slowly and work with your string. Make sure you don't get no tangles down there. Because you'll know it if you do. I'll probably hear you from here. Alright. There we go. It's the first bud. Woohoo! Not that bad, huh? You just have to remember, and like I said, the easiest way is just to drop the needles. Just drop the needles. Do not try to hold the needles. If you're trying to do this and separate it, you don't see a string down here, you're going to end up pulling them the wrong direction, then you're going to have it tangled, and you're really going to have a fit. So don't do that. I just drop them, and separate it like I said. You can do one at a time. I'm pulling this side first, so I'm just going to hold the other one. Just do it loosely, just loosely wiggle it. Get it? There we go. There's that one. Right there, out of the way. And then this one, out of the way. Okay, so if you do that, you're good to go. Okay, so we have our first bud, and this is all we're going to do. I'm going to do another one with you. We're going to add on the next. I'm saying the dark green is my little viney stuff. The little viney stuff in between my leaves. We're going to add that on. We're going to add 2 more leaves, and we're going to start another bud. And then we're just going to do the same thing over and over again, and then we're going to meet at the end. So let's do this, and then we'll meet up on the other side. Okay? Okay, so let's see. Like I said, I'm winging it. I'm just following my bracelet. It's easy enough to do. You people that have done this before, you're pretty crafty, so, you know, you can follow your own stuff. If you've done it once, you can follow it. Okay, so, and we're doing the back side first is what we do. The other side, that's pretty much your embellishment top row. Okay, so we got the first one on, and now, I don't know if you can see it, I'll try to show you. Now it's showing an 11-0, which is going to be in our dark green, for me, the one I'm doing, and then a 4mm, and then an 11-0 on each needle. See? It's 11-0, 4mm, 11-0 on each needle. So we're going to do that, and then we're just starting our next button. Okay? So, and I'm staying the same color. If you want to change it up, that's awesome. This one looks beautiful, and I have different colors on the top and the bottom. See, like that one? It's blue on the bottom, but it's a pretty, really light, like a amber kind of, topaz-y kind of color. Really pretty. And I did that with quite a few of them. Like topaz on the bottom, pink on top. So you can do anything with it. You can do so many variations and colors with this. Oh my goodness. And it's fun. I love this. This is, so far, my favorite one to do. Even though you stab yourself twice as much. But I'm getting better at that. I'm getting better at that. Alright, so if I quit babbling here, we're at how many minutes? I can't see because I don't have my goggles on. Alright, so, goggles, then I can see how many minutes. There we go. 17. I gotta hurry up. I'm trying not to take so long anymore. Okay, so, we looked at it, it was an 11-0. Let me make sure of this, and I got it flipped the wrong way. An 11-0, and then, oops, the leaf, and then your green. And I'm using like a peridot, makes a pretty like leaf color, so that, and then another 11-0. Okay, same thing on the other needle, 11-0. I'm not good at ambidextrous yet, or whatever you call it. I will be. Alright, same thing on both. Get my nubs out the way, maybe you can see. Oh, let's do it like this. Same thing on both. Okay. Let me know if you can see with my nubs in the way. Probably not. Alright. I'm going to drop these down. Set it down. You can do that too. If you're doing like this, you know, and you're adding on, let it just drop. And then put the needles down on each side till you see what's next. Okay, now we have the bud. That's it. First color of our bud, which means yellow. And this is where we do the crisscross again. You do crisscross on the bottom of your bud and the top of your bud. Everything else is just dropped on both needles. It's the only time you crisscross, twice in each bud. So, okay, like I said, I put it on my right, so now I'm going to put my left through it. If I can see what I'm doing without stabbing myself with my finger. Alright, I got it on both. Now, like I said, make sure it's on both. I'll show you guys again. I just grab the tops. Just pull it through. Make sure it's off both needles. In this one, you want to hold the needles together and work it down even, slowly, making sure you have no tangles on the way. See? Like that. Get rid of that. And then it's very easy. And then remember, we crisscrossed here. So what are you going to do? After you crisscross, just drop them. Drop. Okay? this nice and tight. So we'll start our next flower. Make sure everything's good. Nice tug. Okay, drop it down. I'm going to hold this one, and it doesn't matter. For some reason, I grab my left needle first and get it out of the way, but whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. Just hold the opposite side while you're doing it. Loosely shake, boom, done. Okay, same thing. Now this one's already out of the way. Done. Okay, now we're back to the finishing off the bud. 2 on each needle. Okay. 2 on each needle on the other needle. And it is really fun to switch up the colors. But if you are going to switch up the color, I'm going to give you a little hint. If you switch up the colors, go ahead and separate all of your stuff ahead of time. Trust me. I was just kind of farting around, and yeah, I spent over an hour just getting all the colors together. But instead of just like kind of going through the box, I just kind of thought about what I had left. Really, this was all the colors. I only had so many colors of each left, so I made it work. And now I only have all of this color left, so I'm making it work. Okay, that is a good little idea. Okay, now I'm wasting more time babbling as usual. Alright, drop both of these down. Okay. And then I'm going to get that needle out of the way, because the next one is going to end our bud. It's going to be our crisscross, our last crisscross for this bud. 2, one at the beginning, one at the end. Okay, so same thing. I mean, this is not difficult, and it's fun. I love it. I like doing the 2 needle stuff. Okay, picked it up at the right, making the left go through it. Okay, make sure you got it on there. Both of your points sticking up like little swords, I say. Grab both of the tops. Pull it through. And this is it. This is all you're going to do. Until we turn around, we're going to leave at the end. And this is the one, remember. And you crisscross and go through 2. This is the one that you want to work it slowly. Make sure you don't have any tangles below. Okay. And then look, like see I had a little twist. Just keep up with it. Make sure it don't twist. Now remember, we're at the end. When we crisscross and have the 2 needles going through it, drop it. Just drop it. Okay? Good. And that's it. And that's all we're going to do. And you know what I noticed? The last time I made a video, or the first time, I had the same shirt on. But this is like 2 weeks later. I just happened to coincidence have the same shirt on. I'm like, wow, that's just great. But you know what? I know it's clean, so I don't care. Alright, so now here we are. Now we have 2 on, okay? Let's see, do I have the right amount on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, and that's it. And then just, you know, make sure your needles are even. We've been doing that, so you're good to go. And then all you're going to do is the same thing all the way to the end. And remember, if you need to, you can rewind me, play it again. Alright, so that's it. So you know what your next step is. And if you don't, just look at the one underneath. It's so simple. Just look at it. On your last one, now you're going to go an 11-0, your green, and 11-0. Then you're going to start your bud. First crisscross. Drop your needles after the crisscross and separate them. Add 2 on each needle. Pull it even. Then your other one, crisscross. Drop the needles, separate them. That's it. Over and over till we get to the end. Alright, so let's go ahead and make it the length that you want it and get to that end. And we will just end, we'll end at the end of the bud. We'll end just like this, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back when you get the length you want, ending like this. Alright, everybody. Good luck. Try not to stab yourself. And just remember, just do this one slowly and pull it all nice and even. Make sure you don't get any tangles. And we will meet at the end. Bye for now. see? Alright. Here we are. We got the base. So you got your length. And we ended the top of our bud. Okay. Now we're going to put the other end on, and we're going to do the top flower. Okay. So, taking your needles, we're just doing the same thing we did at the very beginning. It's going to be just a little bit different than what we've been doing. Same thing we did at the start. So, we're going to pick up an 11-0 after I get the goggles on, of course. Alright, so seed bead, seed bead. And then bicone to bicone. I had already put all the rest of the green away. Because you're not going to need it anymore. All you're going to need now is to color the 11-0 for the center of your flower, whatever color you're using. I'm using black because I'm doing like a Lazy Eye Susan, I guess. And the main color of your flower, whether you're using different colors or I'm just using the yellow, topazzy, whatever it is. I got green in my black. And I don't need the green anymore, which I forgot to put away, but I'll get that out of the way in a minute. Alright, so you got 11-0 and a crystal, 11-0 and a crystal. You're going to drop these down. Okay. Now we're not crisscrossing. Remember at this end, when we started, we went through that crystal with both needles. So we're going to do the same thing. You can't do them both at the same time. Do it one at a time. It's okay. Try to go through them at the same time. Nope, not happening. Alright, well, just make sure you get it through both needles. You can straighten it out as you're going down. I can't see. Alright, so I'll just pull this one down. And then get this needle through it. Okay, and now, whenever I go through with both needles, I like to do it together, nice and straight. Alright, and then pull that down nice and tight. Okay. And now, since we're going to put an end on, we're going to go, like we did this, we did it a little bit different. But the two dark green, the two 11-0s before the clasp, we're going to go through the first two with both needles. That's just going to reinforce it. So this one you are definitely doing one needle at a time. Alright, you gotta do that again. Two of them. Alright, here's the other one. Okay. Alright. Now you get the two of them on there. Alright. And then both needles are going to go through your clasp. Wait, no, that's not right. Hold on. Alright, I'm not going to waste time in a tangle, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so where we ended, put those on, and then you got to put the two 11-0s, but go through both needles, both threads are coming through that. You're going to have to do one at a time. Okay. And then you're going to get your end of your clasp. That's going to, both needles are going to go through that. And then bring that down and kind of keep it out of the way. And then two more of your 11-O's. And you're going to do same thing through both needles. Okay. And the clasp, I'm going to try to do this, like, get it out of the way. Alright. I kind of got it in the middle here. I got it out of the way a little bit so I can tighten everything. Okay. And then now, and you can't see this. I'm going to have to pick this up for you guys, okay, with keeping everything separate. Okay, because I have the clasp in these fingers and the beads up here. I don't want the clasp to go over this and get in my way before I tighten it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back in this 4mm that we had went through both of the strings on. Same thing. We're going to just go right around these. Don't need those. And right into both needles into that bicone. Okay? And you can do one at a time, just to do it nice and slow. Make sure you don't get tangles. Keep that clasp out of your way until you have both needles in there. And I'm going to hold it while I tighten it too so I don't get it tangled up because, once again, not fun. I'm even going to make sure that I do not have my needles tangled before I do this. Alright. Just into the 4mm. And I am going to just do it slowly, holding this. I'm not going to tighten it yet. I'm just going to get this thread like out of my way over here. Okay. Now the same thing with this, just bypassing everything and just going into that 4mm. And I'm going to make sure I got my needle coming over here. So I got one on each side. I hold everything. I don't know, clasp is trying to go over seed beads, see what I mean? Alright. Okay. Now I got them about even, so... Alright, and then pull tight. That should make your little loop, and you're just going to have to work your ending for your lobster into the center. Make sure you get 2 of your seed beads in on each side and then tighten. Okay. And pull both so it's nice like the other side. See, this is not... There we go. Do it just right. Get it nice and even. Okay. Now that I got that, separate your needles again. I'm going to turn this now so you can see how it works. And once I separate this and get it snug, alright, I'm just going to drop them. The best way, you'll see when you start separating them, which way it looks best and it should go. for the bracelet to be even. Oh, goodness. If I would move some of this junk out of my way, I could function. No? Okay. Alright, there we go. Looks good. Pull it tight. Okay, and this is what you should have. Okay. Got your end on there. Get it. Alright, we've got your end on there. Got the strings separated, and so now what we are going to do is work on the buds on the top. Okay. Alright. So, first thing we're going to do to start this, we're going to start, it's going to be on the first yellow, so we've got to get to that point. So we're going to pass through and reinforce. So the first thing you're going to do, right needle first, or if you're left-handed, left needle first, whichever way you feel spunky about doing it, tighten it up. You're going to go through this 4mm and the 8/0 and your 11/0. Go through your crystal and your 11/0, and I can't see holding it there for you. Going to go through that. You're going to go through the 4mm, the 11/0, and then the first. I'm doing it all at one time. I'll do it separate so you can see. Alright, just go through the 4mm and the first 11/0. We'll go through that first, okay? Okay, pull that tight, and then you're going to go, we're crisscrossing again. You're going to go, because you got your right needle, you're going to the left through that bottom 4mm. Pull it to the left, okay? So now your needle's over here with the other one. So set it out of the way if you want to. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to get my other needle ready. Okay. Now we had the right needle and we just worked over and ended up over here. So set it over here. Now, this left needle, now we're going to pick it up and we're going to bring it over here, okay? So you're going to do the same thing now. That's the thread that I got out of the way from the right needle that we just worked with. It's out of the way. So now the left needle, we're not going to go up the right side, we just did that. Now we're going to go up the left bicone, the left 8/0, left 11/0, and then through the first bicone on our bud, and then our needle will be over here. Okay, so just do the same thing. Oh, and a phone call. Oh, look. It's my baby. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I told him he just busted in on our video. Alright, so where were we? We already did the right needle, and we brought the right needle over to the left, and it's out of the way. Now we're taking our left needle, and we're going to work through the left 4mm and 11/0, and then through the first bud, and make our way over here, okay? That's what we're doing. So, through the 4mm and the 11/0. And I usually do it all three at the same time, but I'm not going to do that to you guys so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're going through this one, so you came out of it, but we need to come out of it this way too. So we're swapping our needles again is what we're doing. We're just going through a couple more this time instead of one, that's all. Alright. Alright, there it is. I'm tightening it up so you can see. Okay. Alright, now lay it back down, and we are going to start our first little flower on our big bud. So, now these only take 4. It's going to take 4 of your 4mm crystals and 1 11-0. Okay, I am done with the green. I'm using black for my center, so I'm going to get all these green out of the way. Okay. Alright. Trying to watch time too. So I really was looking at something over there this time, for real. Alright. So to do our first one, we're going to pick up 1 on each needle of our crystal. I still can't do this with the left hand yet. Okay, drop them down right on top of your bud. And it's going to sit on the side. It's not going to sit right on top of it, of course. It'll sit on each side. That's okay. Now, we are going to do the crisscross thing again, but we're going to do it through, yes, an 11-0. So, you're doing this one at a time. Okay, so I got one to the needle. Get it off your thread. And then make sure the other needle goes through it too. Okay, and then just pick them up, pull them tight. Okay, now you'll have this. Okay, you got 2 on, and you've got it pulled with your, okay, and it's going to lay right on top of there. See? It's going to be a first one. Okay, so now we're going to close it up and tighten it. Now we're going to add on our other 2. And then we're going to do a crisscross again through, we did our crisscross of needles through the first, the one that we did on the bottom bud. And we're going to do the same thing on the top. So we're still using those 2 same for crisscrossing. Okay, so now 1 on each needle. Okay, drop them down. Okay, and now to end this and to tighten it, you're going to go right needle. I'm trying to show you we're holding on to 2 things at the same time too, and show you. Okay, so now you're going to go. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way. Yeah, okay. I got this out the way so you don't have to look at it. I'm doing this one. Alright, so now we're going to go with the right needle in through that top 4mm, same we did on the bottom, in through it. That'll put that needle over here. Same thing with the left needle, go to the right, crisscross again. Okay? Very simple. We're just placing these on top of what we already did. And we'll crisscross them through the same thing that we already did. Alright. And me, get my junk out of the way here. Got tangles going on. That's why I say you do not want to do that. You start that mess and oh my god, you're going to scream. Alright, and the best way to do this is lay this down. I just picked it up so you could kind of see. Probably did no good at all. Alright, so right needle going through that 4mm on the top of the bud that it's sitting on. Tighten it. Now this is over here. Okay, pick up the left needle, go towards the right. Do that same one you just came through. Just doing it with the other needle. Alright, now tighten it. Okay, now I can pick it up. Now you have completed your first little bud. See? And this person just keeps walking in front of the house. Maybe he wants to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm trying to hold this tight. So there you go. There's your first bud. Okay? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And that's all we do all the way down. Same thing. Okay. So let's do all the way down. But to get to your next bud, of course, I mean, this is a no-brainer. I don't even think I had to tell you guys. You're going to go through your leaf work. You're going to go through your 11-0, your green bicone, your 11-0, and then through, and that's the easiest way. I hold it this way, I'm going down. And then you're going to do it with the other needle, and you can come up. But if you rather lay it down and work this way, and this way like I've been showing you, either way is fine. So I'll go up and down like I've been, up through your 11-0, your 4 millimeter, and your 11-0. Pull it tight, and then we want this needle over here, so just through that bottom bicone on the next bud. Straight through that, pull it through, tighten it, lay your needle down, done. Okay, picking up your other needle, same thing. Get the thread out the way. I'm going to go through now on this side. I'm going to go through the 11-0. If I can do this, and of course you guys can't see what I'm doing because I got it backwards. I'm trying to keep my nubs out of the way, but I can't because I can't see. Jeez Louise. Okay, the 11-0, the green bicone, and the 11-0. Okay, I got it through that. Pull it. Don't tangle your thread. I kind of hold everything as I'm going. Alright, pull it tight, and bring the needle back over this way by going through that same one you just did with the other needle. And now this, we'll put this needle over here. Alright. Okay. And I always do it laying down. I'm just doing this to show you guys. Okay? Now we're through the leaves. And we're down at our next bud. So we're just going to do the same thing to make our little bud. Only 4 crystals. So pick up one on each needle. On each needle, drop them down on each side. Okay, and then each needle has to go through your center of your flower. Okay, so got my right needle. Okay, it's through there. Get it through my left needle. Oops, now see, I was just going to put both of them going the same direction. See, I'm not paying attention, and I would have had a fit. Okay, I've put it through the right needle. Let me set the right needle on the left. Go through the left to the right. Alright, here we go. Crisscross. Pull it down, tighten it. Then I lay it down. Get it all nice like I want it. Okay, it's on there. Now, one on each again. One on each. Oh, that one's messed up. Okay, one on each. Let them drop. And now to end our flower, remember, you're going to go through the top of the bottom bud. That one that we always crisscross through already. So go through that from the right to the left. Set the needle down. That's the easiest way. Just go through a little bit, set the needle down, then do the same thing from left to right. Left needle going towards the right. Alright, now they're both in there the right way, and then just pull. But keeping a tracky string. So I'm telling you. I knotted these puppies up the first time, and it took me a few to get it out. Okay, now we got 2. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Isn't that pretty? And it's fun. It's so much fun to do. This one's going to be pretty cool. Alright, so now see I'm showing you, and I'm going to tangle my stuff again. Over here. Alright, and that's all you do. Once again, I'm going to start one more, and then we'll meet at the end again and we'll finish it off. Okay? So, right needle on the right side, go through the 11-0, the bicone, and the 11-0. 11-0 bicone, 11-0, and I all at the same time, you will be able to do it. I go right through that bottom bud bicone also. I just do it all at the same time. And you can maneuver it. Set the needle down. Same thing over here. Now I'm taking the left needle, I'm going on the left side. Through the 11-0, 4mm, 11-0, and that first bud from the underneath. Okay, and then start the next bud. Same thing, over and over. Going to pick up one on each needle. Then you're going to do your 11-0 and crisscross it and swap your needles, and then put another 4mm, one on each side. Get your 11-0, got to crisscross it, okay, right to left, left to right, okay, and then pick it up, tighten it. That's it. Two more. One on each needle. One on each needle. Drop it. And now you crisscross into the top of your bud. And that's it, okay guys? And then we'll meet at the end and we'll finish this off together. And now you have learned how to make a beautiful, I think, very fun, and there are so many variations, colors. Oh my goodness, you could do a lot with this. Probably get a billion variations just color-wise, so you could do whatever you like. And we are going to meet at the end. If this stalls out, I'm going to have to do part 2 to finish it because I am going to cook dinner. Because my honey is about to come home and I'm starving also. So I'm going to do some baked chicken and I don't even know what else. Something. Potatoes. Some kind of veg. Something. I want some Mexican cornbread. He doesn't like it. I do. So I'm having that. Okay? So here we are. We've added 3, just so you can see, okay? Even though I can't see because I took the goggles off. You can see it's nice and double. Very pretty. And mine's just a single color, and you can do whatever. You could do it all one color. You could change it up. You could do it like my other one, but very pretty. Liking it. Black Eye Susan, because I have no colors left. Pretty though. Okay, continue that on. As always, if you need to rewind, you must. And I'll post this later. And I would love for you guys to subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me. I'm going to start making a lot of videos, and you know, we have fun. This is fun to do. I like it. You can learn different stitches and stuff as I'm learning as well. So hey, I'm new at this too. So, you know, follow me, subscribe to me, like me. You can follow me on Facebook, and as always, everything I make, I do have available at Etsy.com. Kim's Custom Treasures is my shop. Same thing on YouTube. You can watch my videos, Kim's Custom Treasures, as we're on YouTube right now. Silly me. And Facebook as well. So, look me up, follow me, like me. Oh, Instagram too. Instagram, I just did Instagram. Somebody made me do that. I don't know. But thank God, because my beautiful cousin purchased a bracelet for me that I made specially for her. Gorgeous. I just mailed that out today, as a matter of fact, for her. So, look me up. But anyway, we'll return and we'll finish this in a little bit. I'll meet you at the end, and we'll finish it off, and think of something to do again. Another video. Alright guys, meet you at the end. Hey everybody, we're back, and you should be at the end. You should be very happy. Very pretty now. I like it. Very pretty. We have, you guys can see this. There we go. See, so, Black Eyed Susan. Okay, idea for all that I had left. So beautiful. It's at the front. And your double flowers. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. And like I said, I love doing this one. This is a new favorite. And I'm going to do in, several different colors. This one very fun. So, to do the end, you came out the top of your flower. You should have crisscrossed through your top. Let me try to get this thread out of the way. Come on here. Just get confused here. What you looking at here? Alright, here we go. Okay. So you're still on both needles and you're crisscrossing through your last 4 millimeter bicone. Now all I'm going to do to reinforce it, I'm a gluer. I'll glue it, pass it through, snip it off. All you're going to do is with your right needle, you're just going to go up through your 11-0 and your bicone. And you're just going to go up and around. You're just going to take for the right. You're just going to go all the way up through your 2, through the clasp, back down 2, and you're going to end up over here. Then you're going to do the same thing with the left needle. You're going to go up the left side, all the way through, everything through, back down to close it off. And then I'm going to work both needles on the back side. And I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to end off in one of our crisscrosses. I'm going to end off, and I'm going to knot it very good, glue it off, snip it off, and we're done. So that's all you have to do. Just end it like you would anything else, do it the way you like to do it. Some people like to knot, some people like to glue, some people do both. I do both till I find a way that best suits me, or one of my bracelets, whichever lasts the longest. We'll go with that. Sounds good, right? Alright, so just go ahead and reinforce, and like I said, I do my stuff on the back. I mean, this one is reversible, but nobody would ever wear it the other way. Why would you when the pretty flower's on the top? That just makes no sense. So to me, saying it's irreversible, I don't think so. I wouldn't wear it the other way. That's just me. But okay, so we have completed that double flower bracelet. Good job, guys. Beautiful. Very fun project, and really not that hard to do unless you cross your needles. If you mess up your needles, go the wrong direction, get a knot going on, oh my God, you're going to have a fit trying to get it out. I'm just telling you now, because I did it with the last one. And I actually had to pull my thread out of the needle just to get the mess undone, and then rethread my needle. And all of you know how much I love doing that. Not. But I am getting better at that. So anyway, okay, so we're all done. So, as you all know, this was, will be going on Etsy. I have the colorful one. I might just leave that one on Etsy and not post this one. I will put the video on Facebook. I wanted some of my friends wanted to see how to make it, and I promised I would post it. So I'll post the pics on Instagram, video on Facebook, as well as, of course, YouTube. You can find me on everything, Instagram, Facebook, my Etsy account. Everything is linked to Kim's Custom Treasures. So check me out, and hope you all like that. And like I said before, please follow me, subscribe to the YouTube. I'm going to make more videos. It's lots of fun. Any ideas, tips from you other beaters out there, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Alright guys, we have a good night, and I guess I'm going to be on vacation from video for a while unless I find some more stuff. But I'm getting pretty low. I need to get some more. Alright, well, have a good night guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.